special guest, man. What are you talking about?
Act accordingly.
Nearly a pass.
Act accordingly.
This
is the GOAT Bus.
Welcome.
The goat bus.
Watch your feet while entering the bus.
Somebody should have been told George that he was a goat.
En route to Heritage
what
Hill.
time it is.
ETA 5 minutes.
Boom, 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 boom. Hey. Shoot, if I was a rapper, I'd rap on this.
The goat bus.
You say the goat bus? Bus?
Enjoy your ride.
Oh. I'm like, what is this man talking about? Yo, we are back. So excited, episode 3 of the GOATS podcast.
Yes.
But yeah, before we get into it, we gotta introduce our first the cast, and we'll introduce our special guest. I'm Alfield, aka the Liberian GOAT in the building.
I am George Ward. I am the visionary GOAT.
I'm Sophie, the tender goat, and our special guest today.
I'm Medra Stoner. And
Boom, boom,
it's
boom.
my pleasure to be here with you guys today. Thank you for having me.
We are honored.
Clever it up.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
So yeah, we have a special guest, Medra Stoner, multi-talented artist.
You.
So I just want to kind of, I guess, preface this, whatever the word is.
Preface.
Preface. Yeah, see.
No.
I'm not from here, so somewhere I'll be getting wrong.
No.
So one of the things I was excited about with one, getting back with the podcast, but also being able to highlight local artists specifically in our city, to be able to give them more of a platform that they already have, and be able to highlight them and their talents and all those and their gifts as well. So
That's good.
we're excited to have Medra in the building, to talk about her art and herself. And yeah, we'll be talking about pretty much mental health and the arts and creativity and how those, often can mix. So if you want to, tell the people about you, what you do, where you from, all that kind of stuff.
I am originally from Ethiopia in East Africa.
Ooh.
I was adopted in 2005, so I've been in the States since then. I guess
Welcome to America.
Thank you. many years later.
Was that
to America.
appropriate? Was that? I don't think that was.
Nah, I don't think that was appropriate.
It wasn't.
As an African myself,
It wasn't.
On behalf.
We don't expect anything less from
We
her.
had to
but it's
break-
all good. It's all good.
We had to break the ice.
She understands how you feel. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
All right. I started making art as an outlet. It was something I really enjoyed doing. I think it started out more as like a hobby. I was taking a lot of art classes in school. I just enjoyed the process. You can just kind of turn your brain off and be creative and be whatever it is that it's going to be, and
Right.
get it out there. So I liked the freedom that it provided.
So what type of art do you create?
I like multimedia art, so combining different mediums. So usually I can't stick to one lane. I'll get bored of it. I'll be like, oh, this would be really cool if I added this to it or that to it. So just like the new lane that you can create by combining different things and experimenting. A lot of the stuff that I've made has come out of just experimenting and been like, oh, I like how that turned out, so I'm going to keep going with it.
Do you write as well?
I do.
Okay.
I've
Facts.
written some poetry. I do like writing. I love reading and writing. But yeah.
But this is the question: who introduced?
Go ahead.
No, who introduced you to all of this? Who introduced you to? I mean, and why did they introduce it to you? Like
Art in general?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was introduced to art because, like, drawing and painting because somebody said, "Oh man, you're creative. You should try." Boo. So, I mean, what was your hook? What brought you in?
Well, my mom's side of the family, they were all artists, so they.
Oh, okay. So you get an honest.
I've seen, I was able to see some really beautiful pieces that on my mother's side, my grandmother made. My aunt also has made it, but I think it was it was just I just started doing it.
That's
and
dope,
I
though.
started realizing, oh, this is more than just fun. It's like it's an outlet for me to get whatever I have pent up in me.
That's dope.
So
That's dope.
I don't know if it was like one person. Yeah.
So how did, I guess, the specific art that you do, like what is it? And then like why that specific? Like why those, like why why multimedia art, and why like the different types of art that you're, combining together, like why those?
I think it comes from like a curiosity point, like a place of curiosity of being like, oh, I wonder if this could add to this piece, or if I could make it different. Because I think if I stick to one, or I have stuck to one, I'm just like, it feels unfinished, like something else could have been done, something else could have changed. But yeah, I think curiosity, experimentation, just wondering what it could turn into.
So it's. I think I don't want to put words in your mouth, but so it's always been therapy for you.
I think so. Yeah, I think at first it started out because I was taking classes, but I started taking more like when I didn't have to in school and stuff. I was just like, I'm really interested and curious to see what other styles that I could learn, what other mediums, how I could learn about art history, discover some really cool stuff. So.
But is it still your go-to for as a coping mechanism?
Not so much right now. I've been taking a break from it, but at one time it was like the main way that I would, just because I think I didn't have to think so much. It wasn't so much in my head. It was just
More free flowing.
exactly, yeah.
Dope.
You can just let it go.
Dope.
So.
That's good. So, I guess as you were talking about, like it being a form of therapy, I guess my question is, how did it get to the point of, or more so, like why is that a form of therapy for you, and how has that been a helpful form of therapy compared to, not necessarily compared to, but I guess, what's the word, alongside other forms of therapy.
Traditional therapy. Yeah.
Right.
I think it's something that uses like a different part of your brain. I think with writing, you're kind of analyzing or having, I have to like think about what I'm writing or getting it down. Whereas I think art is more genuine, I guess. I don't know if genuine is
pure.
the word. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
there's no rules, there's no limit. You have grammar, you have editing. You have like, does it sound right? Does it sound like I'm going on for too long? But with art, it can form, it can change, it morphs into other things. So I think I like that it lent itself to that, that it could adapt to be something different. So if I didn't like it, you can always change it, always add it. Whereas with the written word, I think it's like once it's there, it's there. I guess.
And the thing about art, it's especially writing, it's safe.
Yeah.
It's
How
safe
so?
in the sense that, and it took a while for me to get this in my own head, but no one can say, don't do that. You're not allowed to do that.
There's no boundaries.
There's absolutely no boundaries.
There's no
I think
limits.
Sophie talked about that on our last one. You're just able to do it and feel safe, like I'm getting this out, I'm doing it the way I want to do it or the way I feel it needs to be done. And it's decompressing. So
That's a good word for it.
it's decompressing.
Yeah. And it's something you can do alone, I think, too. You don't have
Absolutely.
to always share what you make. And I think I did that for a long time where I was just like, okay, this is for me.
Really?
This is something that I enjoy, yeah.
Did you refer back to your work, like the things you created for yourself or to help you decompress? Do you refer back to those works? Like you look back on it and you go,
Yeah.
dang,
I
that
can
helped
kind
me.
of, I can kind of remember what my headspace was when I was making it or what the thought process was.
That's dope.
And it's kind of like a journal in that way. I can kind of look at these pieces and be
That's
like,
dope.
this is what's going on.
That's dope.
I remember doing this day or that day. So
It's like a form of reflection. You're just kind of like,
Exactly.
wow, that's
Yep.
where I was in that spot.
yeah,
Yeah,
introspection.
How far I've come. Or
Yeah,
that's good. That's really good.
progress.
Like that.
So you said something about sharing art. I know we've had this conversation about like as being an artist and not necessarily for consumerism, but to like sometimes the need to kind of feel like you need to share what you create with other people, whether it be social media or in general. I guess can you kind of talk about like that tension that you kind of either have now or have had, and I'm sure we all have ourselves. But you specifically like in terms of that tension that you kind of have been wrestling with of like share my art, no, don't share my art, those type of things.
Tension's a really good word.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the perfect word. I think that's exactly what it is. There's like this pull, some things you want to make for yourself and keep for you because it's something special or it has a specific meaning that it holds for you. I think with sharing your art, you open yourself up to other people's perspectives or opinions.
And that's rough.
Or exactly.
That's
and it no
really
longer
rough.
becomes this like wholesome, just for you type of ownership. It's like you're kind of like
You're exposing the vulnerability.
Exactly.
That's it. That's perfect.
It's like
That's
a
perfect.
baby flying the nest, right?
Yeah.
You don't have any control over it anymore, or how people will
Interpret.
react to it or interpret it. Yeah. So, but I think I would lean towards not sharing, just because it's more personal that way for me.
Right.
And I think I can make more authentic pieces when I come from that mindset rather than I'm going to make this piece in order to post about it or share it. I think then it can sometimes be forced, and that's where the commercialism kind of thing.
Yes.
Because now you're looking for people's validation or their positive opinions about it, and when you possibly don't get it, that could have a detrimental impact to you as an artist, so you kind of start questioning or doubting, and now you've invited those things into your space. So I think it's tricky. I think some people do it a lot easier, and they're like, well, it is what it is.
Right.
People take it as it is, and I'll be fine. Other people, I think, are more protective of their work and their ideas.
Do you feel like there is, when talking about like the mindset of going into creating a piece, is that, in general, do you feel like you've always had a mindset of like, I'm creating this for myself and then maybe I'll share it, but like has there been other influences kind of messing with that approach to kind of be like, oh man, maybe I should create this for to share, but like has there always
I think so. I don't think I've ever in my younger years, I don't think I created pieces with the thought that an audience would perceive it or people would want to look at it. I think it was just like, this is something for me and this is what I enjoy.
It always starts like that, though. I think
what?
it always starts with this is for me, and
Right.
but for me, it always ends up, man, like instead of you're patting yourself on the back, but you're like, I see the beauty in this.
It's celebrating.
As you
your
should.
work.
Yeah,
You're
you're really
celebrating.
that's perfect. You're really celebratory about what came out of you, what came out of your mind, what came out of your heart, and then that moves you to the stage or the phase. Let me share it, and that's when you become like, artists and creatives are sensitive as hell. We're like, I want to share it, but then, hey, watch what you say.
That one person that says something bad.
Watch what you say about it. You better say nothing but good things. So it's like this. I found beauty in this, and I want to share it with you. So.
Yeah. I think it comes down to the therapeutic aspect of it.
Absolutely.
It's a catharsis. It's something. It's like a practice almost. Like you go into the space where you're focused on nothing but just letting your emotions or whatever your thoughts were come out as they will.
Yeah.
Authentically. So.
Yeah, I've always felt like super vulnerable about my work. Like
Yes.
Facts.
everything. I mean, we know it's stay tender, right? Tender.
Right.
But something that I've been telling myself the past few years is I'm going to make this, and if I decide to share it, I'm choosing that for myself.
So
and
that's
if
a conscious
people,
thought.
It's a conscious thought, and if people enjoy it or relate to it, good for them. Like I love that. I love that for all of us. But if they don't,
That's like
I
a
still
bonus.
did
Yeah.
what I needed to do to fulfill this portion of this artwork
Within
me.
I would agree with that. I mean, I even just like your Instagram, I think you're very intentional
Yes. Yes.
about what you post and how you post it.
Yes.
Very.
Which I'm sure is
I am
Nothing
not.
without intention.
I am not. I'm kind of reckless.
I mean, that's okay too.
I'm also just like a very analytical person in general.
Yeah.
Like that's just how I function. So I
Right.
mean,
In relation to sharing or
just everything.
got you.
Everything.
Yeah.
Just thinking.
Methodical and stuff. That's what's up. That's what's up. I am not sometimes. And
That's okay.
No, it's not. It's reckless.
Sometimes or all the time.
But like take the risk or lose the chance type of thing.
That was beautifully bars.
So I'm here for a little bit of like chaos.
Tender tea.
Bars. anyway.
That's funny. So I was watching the Kanye doc or when it came
Okay.
out, and just throughout watching, I was just thinking about just this correlation between like mental health and celebrities, but like the ones that are like at the top of their game, kind of a thing where you have oftentimes seen this correlation between people dealing with mental health issues and being like extremely talented, extremely gifted, extremely dope. And yeah, I guess I was just wondering if you guys noticed that, but also like, why do you think that is? If there's a reason for.
I mean, this is very surface level response, but just the simple fact that they're human.
True.
I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't. I mean, I don't think that anyone is like. There's no. What's the word I'm trying to look for?
Not invincible. No
There,
one's
well, not
invincible.
not invincible. There's no discrimination to these
Absolutely,
things.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It doesn't
Right,
pick
right.
and choose who struggles with it.
Right. And it's also the times we live in. It's the times we live in. I mean, a lot of mental health issues are, okay, you have the biological portion of it or the physical portion, but a lot of it is very situational. It's very situational. So, pandemic, race relations,
Right.
gender relations. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. And the thing is, conversations like this are so important because people need safe places just to talk. Not to divulge necessarily their guts and all this. They just need, somebody can sit up and watch something on TV for days and then have no one to talk to about. So
Yeah.
the only place that thing is bopping around in is their head and the heart. You need spaces like this just to talk.
Yeah.
or even if they have social media and they share something, I mean, it's with a bunch of strangers potentially.
Absolutely.
So it's like at the end of the day, you're still feeling like this void of emptiness
Absolutely.
where you're like struggling really hard.
Like somebody said this before. Twitter is like texting somebody all day and them never texting you back.
That's
Yo,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
real.
But it's necessary, but it's also
Because it's a release. You're
Exactly.
Yep.
getting your thoughts out.
That's
Even if
just
somebody
it.
likes it or they don't respond, it's like, well, I've gotten it out now. Now I feel better.
that's it. You're texting
Something.
them
that
all
is
day,
wow.
and they don't text back.
Or it's like you're on the subway and you're just yelling and no one says anything
funny.
or looks
No
up, no
response.
reaction.
That's
But then
it.
the weird thing
That's
is,
it.
well, you still part of you is like, well, dang, nobody liked mine. Nobody retweeted. Nobody shared it. There's still that part of you, in you where it's like,
But again, going back, we're living in some very different times. And the things that we were allowed to bury and keep private, we no longer are allowed to. The culture that we live in pulls at the intimate parts of us. You gotta tell us what's going on. You gotta post what's going on in your life.
why do you
gotta
think
share.
that is?
I think that's the times we live in. I think that's, like I said, culturally.
Right.
We have Twitter, we have IG, we have all these social media
TikTok.
platforms, that demand sharing. You have to share it with us because you want the
And
the
if you
likes,
don't,
you?
you're not cool.
Exactly. You want the likes, don't you? You want to be accepted, so
Right.
you gotta share.
Or like you're just forgotten. Like,
You totally forgot.
It's like
I
you're trying
get
to
it.
remain relevant, I guess.
That's
basically.
So, that's scary. I mean, I know I fall into that. I ain't posted in 5 days, man. I gotta get me some likes, man. I gotta validate myself. I gotta affirm myself.
Get your like meter up.
Yeah, like I love the people that could disappear from social media for 6 months and come back Hey,
Facts.
I love people like
Look,
that.
man.
Yeah.
Like I think I was telling somebody yesterday. I was like, man, if I didn't have a business,
Totally.
I probably would not be
Totally.
on social media like that.
But it's a gift and a curse because, like I said, you connect with people in a way that
It
is
is a community.
so. It's a community,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It is so. It can be so intimate, but then it can be so polarizing too.
Yeah.
So destructive.
It's a double-edged sword.
It's so.
For
It
sure.
so much is.
That's why when it goes to like the people who are famous or these people who are struggling with this mental health, I mean, the social media, that's part of their
It's a
livelihood.
huge part.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's,
That-
They're
the
human.
Constant comparison.
that's it. That you're right
Comparing
though.
to one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constantly comparing, and social media is the biggest. Like you got millions and millions and millions of people. in this
Billions, bro.
billions.
The
in this
whole world.
community. Yeah,
Literally.
Right.
but it's such a lonely place.
Right. Which is crazy.
Like
You got all
I
these
can-
people, but you.
I can almost touch you. I can almost reach you, and the closest I can get to reaching you is my words or this post. And if your like is all I can get from you to feel connected, I'll take it.
That's heavy.
That's really
That's
heavy.
heavy. Because I feel like
Some people are like that. That's
some
we all
people
like
are
that.
really
Right.
like that.
I think
Yeah.
I think we all have
there's a,
stages.
There's
of it.
depths.
Exactly.
There's depths for sure. There's
Exactly.
there's a scale.
but I think there's all this. I think in terms of how we were created for relationship in general, in terms of being in community with people and being
Sure.
with people. So like that general desire to be like part of something or to to have a community if you don't have a community, you have to have a connection with people.
Yeah.
Where it's
Absolutely.
just it's natural in us to to seek that out. So you don't get it, it's like, well, I gotta find it.
if you let it consume you like
Right,
that,
right.
absolutely.
But think about, I mean, Medra, you can speak to this maybe. I know during the pandemic, I got roommates, but I virtually live alone.
True.
So I can't go anywhere. I'm working from home, and the only connection I have is social media. That's the only way I can feel alive still. Or
And at that point, everybody else is going through the same, for the most part, going through the same thing you're going through.
Exactly. So that's it. That's why I go back to what I said a few minutes ago. It's culture. It's the culture that we live in, and but it's like this artificial simulation of.
Well, there's algorithms. It's conditioned. It's like
Did you have a question though? I feel like you were going.
Well, I was going to say, Medra. I mean, where were you at? If I can ask, where were you at during the pandemic with your mental health, with your creativity?
Yeah.
I mean, what did you feel?
It took a hit. The pandemic really did a number on me.
Really? Okay.
For sure.
I mean, can you speak to that honestly?
Yeah. Mental health wise, I struggled with some depression, like pretty bad.
Okay.
And I think it was the being disconnected part of it. But it was almost like I wanted to, and once you go down that rabbit hole, it's hard to come back out. You're so used to just being by yourself,
Right.
or just kind of in this weird space, that to reach out and to be around other people and to like have to kind of explain yourself maybe. It's a lot, but for sure my mental health was going through it.
Right. Okay. Okay. So you're struggling with your mental health. What were you craving? What did you feel like you were missing, or what did you feel like you needed, and did you achieve it?
I think it was like wanting to snap out of it.
Oh.
Like feeling stuck. You're at this plateau and you're feeling stuck and you're not quite sure what you can do to get out of it, but I'm just kind of in this like waiting period of like, I'll snap out of it, it'll come out. But it wasn't like an instantaneous thing. It was gradual and it took work.
So it was never, okay, I'm in this rabbit hole. I just want somebody to come get me. I just want people to really.
No. I think I liked the isolation. I think I was like,
you
This is
weren't
safe.
a victim. Like you didn't
Exactly, no.
play that victim.
Really
No,
well said.
no.
Yes.
not at all.
Wow.
Question. I think it's actually interesting when you said. I guess my question is: was the isolation good and a bad thing in terms of that it was helpful because that's what you wanted, but it was not helpful because that's not what you needed to be?
Exactly.
Well, very well said.
That's exactly what it was. And I think it was the fact that there was no way to escape it. So it's not like, oh, I'm making all these excuses in order to,
Right.
like, the whole
World.
planet is going through this.
Right,
It's
right,
a very
right. We all
understandable
inside.
thing. But I think it exacerbated the situation. Whereas
Yes.
if we weren't in a pandemic, it perhaps would have lasted like less time, or it wouldn't have been as extreme.
Right.
But I think it was a factor that played into just going down deeper and deeper and deeper. And that just makes the climb that much more difficult.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling, I guess, now? I mean, obviously, we're still in a pandemic.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Let's
Still in a
not,
pandemic.
Let's keep it real.
very real.
Right.
I've
We outside,
definitely-
but we still in the pandemic.
So to, like, reiterate what
Yeah.
George was saying, do you feel like you have gotten out of that? Or, like, do you feel like you obtained
For sure.
what you needed to obtain to...
Yeah. I think setting some healthy habits in order to not go down there again, staying connected to people, practicing, those coping skills that I've worked on, being honest with yourself. I think a lot of it was like you're kind of kidding yourself. You're like, oh, no, it's not this bad. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not addressing the problem. So when those emotions come up, addressing them right away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for sure I've come a long way.
And how is art in that process, and even now, like, helped or just been part of your process in general?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I wasn't feeling creative at all during that time, and it was kind of this thing that lay dormant. But once I started being creative again, I think it was like that much more powerful.
Was it
'Cause
hard
it's
though?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It was hard, and it allowed me to be like, okay, I've gone this long without this outlet, and to be able to utilize it again. I think it just, like I said, it was more powerful, it was more potent. And again, it was only for me. I was making
That's
that
dope.
art
Yeah.
for
That's good.
me
It's really good.
as a means of kind of disentangling the thoughts that I was having or the emotions I was feeling. And it was just a very cathartic way to process that. So,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Really. That's really powerful.
Yeah.
yeah.
Were you gonna ask a question
I was trying to.
before
I
accidentally
was
cut you off?
trying to get my words together, but it's totally out of my mind right now. It's gone.
It's gone.
It'll come back. It'll come back when you least expect it.
It's gone.
So we had mentioned safe spaces. So as artists, as creatives, one, do you think they're specifically in our context of where we live and where we are? Do you feel like there are spaces or safe spaces for us as artists to talk about mental health and to even?
Heck no.
And then what would that look like?
Absolutely
How
not.
would you?
And I think you have to.
And
This
why
is
not?
safe for me. This is safe for me for a few reasons, and it has to be the individual reasons.
Right.
This is safe for me because I know all of you. All of you inspire me. I learn from you. I glean from you. So
And so you say no because not everyone has access to that?
or knows how to do that. Because we think healing fits everybody. The same medicine applies to everybody, and that's just
Not one
true.
size fit all.
Here we are kicking it on a Saturday afternoon. It's beautiful outside, but we're friends. We're all creatives, and we're sitting up in this house and we're talking. And this brings a level of safe security to me, healing. That is, this is the community that we've created, and it's necessary, and it works for me. It won't be like that for everybody. It absolutely won't be like that for everybody. So you have to go get it for yourself.
I think there's still stigma surrounding mental health, for
Absolutely.
one thing.
Talk about it.
And it's not something that people readily want to share with other people, let alone broadcast it to the entire world. So
Right.
a lot of these battles that we're fighting are in private, or they're internal. And meanwhile, it's like we're in these bubbles that are simultaneously we're having this shared experience. That if we did have a space
That's good.
Right.
to
That's so good.
process that, to talk about it, to share, I think we'd be surprised to see how many of us are actually going through those things, and could we possibly help each other? Oh, what works for you? What doesn't work for you? That's something that I could learn from. But I think it's like we portray a certain version of ourselves to the world, and in the meantime, we're having this like internal battle, and I think it's happening in separate circles simultaneously.
Shared space. I like how you said that. In what's even doper,
Like pods.
you double. Like I see you in your pod, but I can't talk to you or communicate with you, or I haven't connected with you, so I don't know how deep your issue is. But if you double down on it even more, black and brown spaces,
Even less so.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah,
Next to none.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like black and brown spaces. We're dealing with mental health by drinking, smoking, sexing, whatever. Yeah, we don't.
Just toxic.
It's just toxic. It's toxic.
There are ways to numb, I think, having
That's
to
it.
deal with
That's
it.
it.
There are
That's
ways
it.
to not address it. There are ways to
That's it.
It's avoidance.
That very good. Very good.
And that's something I was going to mention just in terms of the stigma, because not only we're part of like kind of a generation where there's these diagnoses and these words and these labels where like they didn't really exist when we were like younger. So now all these diagnoses are coming, and it's like, okay, I have this type of depression, or I have this type of like manic episode. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so much knowledge that like
they look
is
differently.
adding to that stigma. Where how do we even admit to the fact that we may be going through something like this? I don't even know the word that is attached to what this feels like.
Right.
You
How
know
do
what
I name
mean?
it to even be able to be like, okay, well now I know how to. I
Yeah.
can figure out a process to whatever that is. You
But
know,
it's like I know everybody's drinking Coronas on the weekend. Like, let's go turn up.
Right.
So
But I think it goes back to what Medra said. I think you have to have a come to Jesus moment or an aha moment. Go, something ain't right. You know.
Yeah, you got to hit that rock.
You have to. You have to
And you
like
gotta address yourself.
for my depression, like for me, the aha moment every time is, okay, you've been in the house for a week straight.
right. Get out.
You have to go outside, man.
Get out.
You have to go out. Just go for a walk. Just go for a walk because you haven't talked to anybody. You've been inside. All you're doing is eating and watching Netflix. Stop it.
yeah.
Stop it. So
Right.
you just
Yeah,
gotta
and I
go.
think it requires a certain level of vulnerability too.
Yes. Yes.
You're really opening up a very exposed part of yourself, and you're showing what some would perceive as weakness. And I think
Yes.
our society has a poor relationship with that, with
Yep.
showing weakness.
Well said.
We live
Wow.
in a
Talk about
very, you have to have it all together,
Yes.
put together, polished. You come to work that way. You hang out with your friends. You show that
That
version
portion of
you.
your life.
You portray
Yeah.
that.
Gotta be strong.
And to not do that, it's all of a sudden you're admitting I have flaws, I have weaknesses, I have shortcomings,
Yep.
and I think if we did that more, we'd actually have a closer community. It would be more honest. It would be more authentic and genuine. I would have more respect for you because I know
Yeah, there you go.
that
There you
you're
go.
showing
There you
me
go.
your full self.
Right.
Whether I accept it or not, I think that in and of itself is something to be celebrated.
And I think there's a huge misconception with the word vulnerability, because it really does take great courage to
Absolutely.
be that.
Absolutely.
That's strength. So
Yeah, you're going out on a limb.
What was it? I had a question. So you were talking about stigmas, and I guess because I want this also to be like an educational space as well too. So what are misconceptions that people may have about people that deal with mental health that you can kind of squash or kind of bring clarity to? Especially with some of the stigmas that are out there.
I think the biggest one is like somebody's crazy because they feel a certain way. You're crazy, man. It's all in your head. It's no. I'm.
This is real.
Yeah, I feel a certain way. And
So that people are dismissing.
they're very dismissive. They're very dismissive. Shake it off.
Yeah.
Like we live in this.
bounce back.
Yeah, we live in this
Bounce back.
culture right now. Go harder.
Resilience.
Right.
Go harder.
Yeah.
I'm-
Just pull up.
No, I'm going to take a nap.
or slow down enough to feel those feelings.
Absorb
Just
Right.
actually address them and embrace them and be like, okay,
Yes,
this is
yes.
what I'm feeling right now,
Yes.
and that's okay.
Acknowledgement.
Exactly.
Acknowledgement.
Exactly.
And I think for my mental health, for my depression, that was something for years. I was in denial phase. Oh man, I'm not depressed. I'm not sad. Yeah, I am.
Can't accept it.
Yeah.
That's happening to you.
And it's dangerous because then a big part of mental health is you develop very bad habits.
Right.
And we don't have to say it's drinking or drugs no, just denial. Denial is a very bad habit.
Avoidance.
True.
Yeah. So you develop this habit over years, and you don't know how to talk. And then first time you really open up somebody, you're oh god,
It all comes out.
and
Right,
it
right.
all comes spilling out
Yeah.
and stuff. So I think you're right, Medra. We have to. Man, it's so important. I think we're at a time in history with people that there's such a thing as oversharing, but there's also such a thing as being authentic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alfield and I have been together creating, or one of us working on a project, and I've been very honest. Listen, bro, today is today.
Right.
And that's okay.
Today is not the day. My head is not in the game.
Yeah.
Just let me have this.
That's what it takes.
It
so.
takes that. It
Honesty.
absolutely takes that.
Yeah.
And I think when you're around people long enough, you can kind of sense that too.
Yeah.
But still, like, you're
Yeah.
stating and being honest and being, like, this is what's going on. It's like, there's clarity
Yeah.
there,
But let me add really quickly. What bothers me, though, like I said, in black and brown spaces, we're not even at that point where we'll be honest.
Yeah.
We're not even at that point, and that's dangerous. We're helping to further concrete or cement this totally dysfunctional way of coping. We're not even at that. That's so dangerous.
Surface level.
It's so surface still.
Putting on a facade.
And I think one of the misconceptions of mental health, just in general, me personally, this is my personal opinion,
Talk about
is that it's just like there's a box for mental health of what that could be. Like, it's only depression, or you know what I mean? Like, there's
It looks a certain
anxiety.
way.
There's so many.
Right there,
Exactly.
right there.
Like,
I was going to say the same thing.
so I think that misconceiving, obviously, that type of mental health, I mean, if you're not thinking about the full spectrum of what that could look like, it can cause that box where you're just like, we don't even need to talk about it.
Right. We're not even gonna bring it up.
And I think when we go back to like naming things, but I think also like I think there are certain things where okay, this is a specific, thing that you have or are going through, and then there may be certain things where it's not necessarily diagnosed, but it's like okay, I went through this
Yep.
or this happened. This is this was a time period where yada yada yada. So I think that's even
Yeah.
interesting in itself. Of
There's a fine line, like
Right.
a very fine line of
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
And I think
What
like
that is.
people can exhibit it in different ways. Like it manifests itself in different
Yep.
ways with different
Yep.
people because we're all different. We don't
Right.
all have the same chemical makeup or something. So somebody can be functioning and going to work and showing up
That is excellent.
and
That is
really be
excellent.
struggling inside. That doesn't deter or make their experience any less than
Yep. That's
because
good.
they're able to perform. Like
That's really good.
I think
Man.
that's a false misconception as well. It's
There
like,
we go.
oh well, but you have
you
it together.
doing
You're
good.
doing like you're
Yeah.
from
here.
our perspective.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Because from the outside looking in, and so then you kind of have to like double down on it.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
well,
that
yeah,
honesty.
I'm good. I'm
that
good. I'm
honesty,
good. Yeah.
Yep.
When in
That's
reality,
good.
it's like, no, actually, I'm not good.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, I think you just said about, I guess, how do people, like, how do you even, like, what does it look like in terms, like, maybe a conversation, but, like, when somebody's like, okay, well, it looks like you're doing great, but obviously you're not.
How do you
It's like-
address it?
Right. Like, how do you have a conversation with people, and just in terms of, I'm just thinking, like, the larger audience of people, but
It has to be organic. It has to be organic. Sitting in this room with you guys, like I said, I know you guys, and I've been able to, over time, divulge things and share things with all of you about my own mental health struggles. I didn't come out the gate like that, but frequency of contact, authenticity of conversation will determine what I share.
Trust. Yeah, it takes trust.
Boom,
Right.
boom. That's it. That's just simplified.
And within that, it's like, one, it's not really that person's business to just say like,
There
oh,
you
True.
go.
so
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a very surface level response is simply some days are good, better than others. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just for anyone
Right.
who's not going through
Yes.
mental health.
Right,
Like,
right.
Yes.
sometimes I have a bad day. Sometimes I have a great day.
But who
Like,
talks like that?
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
the our it's not
Culturally.
acceptable.
Also, how do you have that conversation and trust that whatever you share with that person is going to be
Especially in that
Man.
setting as work.
Again,
Right.
safe
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
Right. That's what. So it's interesting. I was talking to somebody who was talking about how his company, I think every other Friday they give them mental health day, so they don't have to work.
Wow.
Whatever they want.
Where he work at? No, I'm just kidding.
Right. But I was just thinking about how, like, in general, especially you know with the whole pandemic, how like companies, if you think about it, like, okay, well, what if we, took care of our employees? We gave them mental health days, we gave them these various things so they can be healthy people in general. Which, from a business standpoint, is like, okay, well, then they're going to be healthy people. They're going to be able to give their full selves to their job,
Yep.
and then they can produce fully.
Longevity, no
Right,
turnaround.
but it's like, okay, if you have this society of like, work till you die and all these type of things, then it's like, well, you're not really helping yourself,
Right.
anyways. So I think it's really interesting, especially the time we're in, how like companies really have an opportunity to be like,
Produce better workers.
right, produce better work, and of course you don't want to think about it from that standpoint. But I think
It starts by valuing them.
Right,
And
exactly.
seeing them as human beings, not just machines that are just kind of churning out work.
I think how you said it, everybody at the end of the day wants to be acknowledged,
Yeah.
or at least acknowledgement for what their perspective or their feelings or whatever. Out of millions and billions of people, I just want to be able to raise my hand and say, okay, I'm here.
right,
And somebody go, okay, I see
See
you.
me. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I see you. I see you. You don't got to stay here long with me. You don't got to do too much, too fancy.
your presence has been acknowledged.
Exactly. You are acknowledged. And we're so far away from that. I think we're just so far away from that. And we're going to continue to see people act out and violence and just strange disorders and all that stuff until we stop. People stop and say, okay, man, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on? Okay, I don't totally understand, but I'm listening. So
I think there's just a lot clamoring for our attention as well. There's
Absolutely.
all these
Good. That's good.
things asking to be noticed, to be
Hey,
acknowledged,
hey.
right?
right, right.
And you can only give your attention or split your attention amongst a certain number of things.
Yes,
So
yes.
some things are going to fall by the wayside. Some things are not going to be addressed or seen or heard. So it takes you as the individual and the person to be like, okay, I'm putting away these things that aren't feeding me. This isn't helping me.
Yes,
My
yes.
self. This is distracting. This is not producing the best part of me. So
I think that's why community or tribes of people, I think everyone talks like that now. Or a lot of people talk like that. I have my own tribe. I found my tribe, or I found my community.
where you feel like you belong.
Absolutely. Like
understood.
this is one of my communities.
Right.
This is one of my communities. It's and we don't meet all the time. We don't see each other all the time. But anytime we're together, it's good.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
solid.
good. It's authentic. It's real, and it's. I can walk away from our situations, and I feel like I've been poured into, and I just didn't pour out.
Yeah, that's important.
Well, and that there, like me personally, like that there's never any judgment. Like
That's
that adds to that.
Major
Yeah,
key.
Yeah.
Yes, major. Yes, indeed.
Major key. Yeah, man, this is good. This is good. Any other or last misconceptions that come to mind, or I guess things that you want to say to people that necessarily might not understand what it looks like for somebody to go through mental health issues and things of that nature?
I wouldn't say misconception, but something I try to do if I'm sharing like my perspective on things, even if it is unrelated to mental health. I've always tried to check in with the person that I'm sharing whatever information I'm sharing with, like saying,
How so?
do you have the capacity for this
That's
information?
good.
That's
good.
so interesting you said that.
Man, that's so
Do you
good.
have the capacity? And if you don't, that's okay. We can reconnect another time.
Yes,
You know what I
that's
mean?
good.
Because
That's good.
genuinely, whatever you have to share can wait for that person to receive it. Because a lot of that has to do with mental health. If I'm pouring into you and you're,
Right.
you know, you're not even
I can't do
in
that.
at the capacity
Yeah.
to, you know, really like
you're going
go
through
back
something
and forth.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just something I always try to like remind myself of.
That's so interesting. That literally came to my mind like
Really.
2 minutes earlier, because that's like a
Amazing.
big
Yeah.
word in our house.
Capacity.
Is capacity, and I think also understanding your own capacity before even trying to give it
Yeah.
Right.
give it to other people.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
You know, sometimes we think, yeah, you know, I got time, and you might not. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you know, realizing, you know, asking your even, I think realizing your own body, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I don't have the energy to
You're gonna
actually
spread yourself
listen.
too thin,
Yeah.
Right.
Also, what
right.
boundaries are you like within? Like, you don't want to break any boundaries with this person that you're sharing these things with, or with yourself. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Any last
else?
words? Last words?
Resting is not bad. Meds are not bad.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Eating a decent meal, cooking for yourself, that's not bad. Drink some water.
People think cooking for yourself is bad.
Bro, like I said, I'm you know, Medra, you can speak to this. I'm still on the journey.
Yeah.
I'm still on the mental health
It's
journey.
a lifelong journey.
You know, as you get older, as your situations change, I'm in this thing now. I have to go for a walk.
Right.
I have to,
Shoot, we used to do house runs.
Man.
Pandemic was
bro. Like George
getting out.
has to go for a walk for a mile or two, get the endorphins going, moving around. I have to cook a meal. I can't eat fast food.
Yep.
I gotta drink some water. That will play into your makeup and your mind and all of that stuff.
The basic needs.
The basic needs.
Meet your basic needs
There
and
you
see
go.
how far that takes
That's
you.
so good because, like I said, during the pandemic, I'd sleep for 4 days.
Man.
Literally,
sheesh.
sleep for 4 days. Sleep. I'd get up, drink something, watch some Netflix. I'll go back to sleep.
George, you were malnourished.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. You know, diet is more than just food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
more
It's
than
what
just
you put in your mind
Talk
too.
about it.
Exactly. In
Think
your
about the
heart.
things you're consuming,
Absolutely.
the media you're watching.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I'd sleep for 3 or 4 days. You know, I didn't have anywhere to go and nothing like that. And then go to the doctor. Well, you've gained 900 pounds.
900.
You've gained 900 pounds. Your mental health is really fragile right now.
Shambles,
So, you know, and then you have to backtrack. And then you gained all this weight. I'm speaking from my
Sure,
you
sure.
gain this weight. You drink. You don't drink any water. You know what we're going to have to do? We're going to put you on some meds now because we're going to have to.
Right.
We're gonna
No
have to
Stabilize.
Yeah.
Recalibrate.
Recalibrate. Yeah, we're going to have to stay. We got to get you to a point where you're just functioning again. And then we'll talk about the other stuff.
Right.
That's real. That's but I'm saying this is the last thing. It took me years to get there.
Yeah.
It took me years to
And
get to
there's
that point.
nothing wrong with that.
Right.
You on your own time.
That's good. That's
as long
good.
as you act on
Own
it.
journey. Yep.
It took me years to get there, but I'm comfortable. Like I'm talking to you guys about it. But you know, my doctor, hey man, you're older. Hey.
You're older. All right, see you next time.
That's what you gotta say.
Listen, brother, you're older. You got this. Hey, we don't have to take you out back and shoot you.
Oh,
Like an old horse, you know.
Took a little too far there.
You gotta. Like I said, it's a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong journey, and you can't be too embarrassed to talk to somebody about it, a professional. Again, going back to what I use it all the time. A safe place. Find a safe place and just tell somebody, I'm struggling. I'm struggling. So,
I would say give grace. Give a lot of grace
hey man,
to other
that's so
people.
good.
Talk about
I
it.
think, yeah, just like you would want grace to be given to you, you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what unspoken battles that they're fighting or their hesitancy not to share with you. So, you know, just give extra grace. Yeah.
Give others and yourself grace. I love that.
Yep. It needs to be happening more often with more people.
Well, it does, but I'm glad. Like Alfield has really pushed the bar in. Okay, as creatives, I think people don't think our mental health is stable because we're creative. You know? No, that's our function.
We're humans too.
I can go take a picture any day.
Right.
Any day. I can write something any day. But if you want me to write something that is sustainable beyond the moment, authentic, organic,
has depth,
boom, I need to be in a healthy space.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think, 'cause I was just thinking about my, like, what I do every day when I start my day of, like, you know, taking care of me.
Yep.
And how, like, we forget about that we're humans, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to take care of ourselves as human beings before we even produce, you know, for ourselves or for other people.
That's good. That's
all
good.
this type of thing. So, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Medra.
Thank you.
Plug
Welcome.
yourself. You know, are you doing commissions currently? I know we didn't talk about
I
that.
am not, but I down the road in the future that might be a possibility again. So.
Got you.
Well,
got
girls,
you.
what's your IG? What's your
Right.
IG?
What's your IG?
My
Plug.
Instagram is Medra Stoner 22, so at Medra Stoner 22.
We'll have all that in the bio. And then Medra's MEDRAS_art as well. You can
Check
see
her
some of
out.
works.
Nice.
Check her, especially her writing. Her writings are deep.
Facts. She a poet. She a poet.
She
if you
is a
don't
poet.
know it.
She gives you bars.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
This was refreshing.
Amen.
Necessary. I had a good time.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you
Appreciate
for
y'all.
coming.
We appreciate it. And all right, y'all. Till next time.
Bye.
The goats are out.
Peace.
Peace out.
All right. Well, I just want to say, as you know, or main host of the Ghost Podcast, we want to say thank you to Kyle Kimball of
Remax of Grand Rapids.
for allowing us to use the space. This house is Heritage Hill House specifically, and if you know, then you know. The space is beautiful, especially this really nice poker-like table that we're kind of at right now.
Yep.
Made perfectly for kind of having a discussion, being to have dialogue. So we really appreciate you for allowing us to use the space and also just having us here today. So.
Hey, anytime. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I'm glad you guys were able to come and it worked out well. Looking forward to hearing the breakdown and everything you did today, and then potentially kind of working together moving forward.
For sure. So, again, thank you to Kyle of Remax.
Yep, Remax of Grand Rapids.
Remax of Grand Rapids.